So the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Hmm.
Um, I guess I don't feel too good about Jarrett Culver, who they drafted last year. I'm not really sure why. Not. Hold up. Let me pull up his numbers real quick, just so I
After
can look. After a year, apparently they're probably overthinking it, honestly. Because dudes like a good rookie, a strong rookie year, dude would only average 10 points. At least that's how I scale it. Like if your rookie averages 10 points, that's a good year. He did fine. His
yeah.
3 point shooting wasn't great. He averaged 9.2 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.7 assists, shooting 40%, and like about 30% from three. His free 3 point shooting and free throw shooting were apparently poor, but like it's it's a solid rookie season.
Yeah. At least wait till like the third year. That's when you really know. Like, Buddy just maybe he's mean. Like every time I hear somebody like sour after 1 year, like I unless it's like some noticeable stuff, like I don't get it. Was he just like really bad on defense or something? Like, yeah.
Uh, I mean, just to look at his steals and blocks, he probably wasn't all that bad. But he probably wasn't amazing or anything.
Yeah.
Um, like, but yeah, he was, depending on how you look at it, what metrics you use looking at this stuff, he was odd. He was either a good defender or like a mediocre, like a barely mediocre defender, but he wasn't a terrible defender. Like it's not like Trey Young.
I don't know why you had to throw Trey Young under the bus on this one.
I'm sorry, he's just kind of the metric for like bad defense at the moment. But but the point is they're looking to trade away their pick, because I think that what they have the number one pick this year, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard they were keying in on Lamelo for some strange reason. Well, I guess that's pretty on brand for that trash team.
Like,
They need somebody.
it's just like if I'm them, like, and wait, didn't they just like get D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if I'm them, like you kind of have to pick someone who can play on the wing, like especially now that I just thought about the Russell thing, because like you already have Anthony Towns. I don't think they're trying to move him. So like, um, dang it, names. But Wiseman, um, I'm afraid to say names.
Anthony
So I feel like I'm
Edwards.
messing up. But like he's like they yeah, like you already have a dude playing his spot. Unless you just think Wiseman's gonna be better, can play alongside him or something. Um, uh, hold up.
I feel
One
like
moment. Hmm?
I feel like Wiseman wouldn't be an awful option just because they kind of need somebody that can play better defense than Cat. Uh, but there also seems to be just like a log jam right there because Wiseman doesn't necessarily space the floor, even though we do know Cat is like one of the best 7 foot shooters that we have. So
Yeah. Um,
it's just like the stink of Minnesota, bro. I feel like I don't see any of them like doing well in Minnesota, and it's Minnesota's fault. It's always been Minnesota's fault.
and it's like it's just the organization.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
Like,
Like y'all had Kevin Garnett for years.
and Kevin Love.
I don't even want to talk about what they did with Kevin Love. Like Kevin Love was just out here looking really good for no reason. Actually, he was looking really good so he could win a ring for LeBron.
You they probably they probably need a wing. Whether or not they feel like any of the wings are currently worth like a top pick or whatever is a separate thing. But it's also like relatively like what I don't understand is like it's relatively hard to mess up the number one pick. Like you're not necessarily gonna get the best player in the draft, but like you're almost guaranteed a good player. Except like the only real exception was like Anthony Bennett,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
like even the dude who's considered the worst NBA, like the worst number one pick to that point, um, Kwame Brown, he like averaged right around a double double for his career.
We did?
It was tough. Something like that. Don't quote me. Hold on. Let me, because I might
Okay.
be telling you something wrong. He wasn't that bad though. He wasn't actually a bad NBA player.
Yeah, I know who's there for like what, 10 plus years?
Like he was
Yeah.
a good player. He just wasn't okay. Correction. He did not. But like he was a decent NBA player.
He was serviceable. He was below average, but he could be out there.
Like yeah. And then there's Bennett, and it's just like you kind of wonder if he actually tried, but you know,
Yeah, bro.
like basically everybody drafted after him immediately after him was ended up with much better NBA careers. Granted, the bar is to the floor, but like, but like a lot of them dudes turn into good NBA players though,
Man,
even though it's
is it?
supposed to be a super weak draft.
Yeah. Is it wild that I am like, how was that your floor? Like, how did how did so many people miss on that? That's a lot. Like that's like Anthony Bennett almost looked like a college level player at times in the NBA. Like how did we miss that much? Or was it like the injury that kind of drained him? Because he looked really good in college.
Like he did look good in college. I remember that year though they weren't sure who the number one pick should even be.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think he was really in discussion for it too much prior to like them picking him for whatever reason. But like the but it's like but it's also like what makes it worse is like how like okay here's some of the other dudes who are in that same draft right because I pulled it up. Victor Oladipo, number 2 pick. Otto Porter Jr., number 3 pick. Nerlens Noel, number 6 pick. C.J. McCollum, number 9. Steven Adams, 12. Olenek, yeah, he did okay, 13. Shabazz Muhammad, 14. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 15. Dennis Schroeder, 17. Like Tony Snell, 20. Tim Hardaway Jr., 24. Rudy Gobert, 27. Like you get the point.
But do you remember for like a short time, for like a couple months, Otto Porter Jr. was possibly the best player to come out of that draft?
Vaguely, like
It was like a brief time. It was like when the Wizards were playing in like the playoffs, they were like, Otto Porter is like really useful. And it was like a year and a half before Antetokounmpo like really looked like a superstar.
uh,
I think it was like in their second year, I
like
believe, is when they were making the playoffs. If not, I'm
they
just making all this up. Maybe.
they made it his first. Washington made it his first 4 years in the league. Wait, no, correction. No, that's more. They made it sporadically, but like he was playing good Like after like his first 2 years, he's playing solid basketball in Washington. He went to then he's in Chicago now, which I missed somehow. But I mean he's not the biggest name, so and like he's doing okay. But has he stayed hurt or something? Because like his first because 2018-19 he played 15 games. Um, like this season he played 14.
Yeah. Hey, he got that check though. I think Washington gave him a max before they traded him.
They probably did. Like, well, I'm not sure what that wouldn't make sense, but whatever. Um, but it's just like they like Cleveland drafted Anthony Bennett, um, and like it's just like in hindsight, one, this is a stronger draft than I think they thought it was gonna be at the time. Um, and like the Cavaliers really messed that one up.
I mean, it is the Cavs, yeah. They either
Allen Crabbe, second, 30, 31st pick in the draft. I'm sorry, I just looked.
Look, I get it.
No, like I don't think there's too many other people. I'm pretty sure Jeff Withey is still in the league. 39th pick. Is he still?
No,
Okay, well
Jeff with cheeks.
he was there longer than Bennett.
That's not saying a lot. But that man, he was 7'1" in cheeks.
I mean, like I know Zeller's still in the league, and like I didn't mention him, and he was the fourth pick in that draft. Now, of course, he's not really worth a fourth pick, but it's
Wait,
just
who's not
like
worth the fourth pick?
it's just like all these players. Caldwell Pope,
Oh,
eighth pick.
useful.
Like it's just like all these players that actually halfway stuck in the league, and you pick the one that didn't.